I'm Josemary, and I'm from Transcript and Molecular Cloud. And we just want to tell our participants you guys are the winner for the month of June. And you guys are Team iGEM, iBowu-China. So can you tell me a little bit more about your name, your team name?
Okay, I'm Mika. I was the point of contact for my team. And with me today, we have Angela, my fellow co-leader.
Hi, I'm
and,
Angela.
And
Hi,
we have
Angela.
Lucas, our project design leader.
Yeah, I'm Lucas. Hey.
And Wendy, our other project design leader.
I'm Wendy.
Curtis, who's over there. He's our tech specialist who helped us set up all the cameras around this room. Yeah.
Nice.
And as for our team, we are a high school team composed of 20 students from 4 cities all around the world, and we've come together this summer to work on our project. We are Team iBowu-China, and iBowu is this organization that creates a platform for high school students to engage in scientific research. And iGEM is one of the opportunities they provided, hence we are here. And it's been 6 months into our project, and we're really grateful for the support of our instructors and advisors from the previous years. And we're also really grateful for the sponsorship that will help us with our experiment. And we're planning to purchase a nano drop using the sponsorship money. Yeah.
Yeah.
So we are. Awesome. So you said you were planning to purchase the nanoparticles, if I heard correctly?
No, nano drop. It's like the device.
Okay. Awesome. Yeah. So can you tell us a little bit more about your project treating cancer with magnetic particles and hypothermia?
Yeah,
hyperthermia.
Sure. More than just like using hyperthermia, we're actually also using active targeting just to make sure it's focusing on the cancer instead of other like healthy cells. So as for, I'm gonna give a brief introduction to you about like magnetic protein crystal first. So our inspiration is actually from a paper that's written by a professor named as Xie Can, and we do have it's very fortunate for us that we do have the opportunity to interview him in our PH, yeah. And we actually learned about ferritin and also iron, how been upload to it, and this kind of protein can actually be sensed through E. coli. After its sensation, we can crystallize it and upload with iron, and it could be delivered into a cell where like human body and then used for targeting to the cancer cell and having like alternative like magnetic field outside so we can heat it up to kill the cancer. That's basically the idea for our entire project. So for the targeting, we actually choose to use the site EGFR, which is epidermal growth factor receptor. So it's quite common on lung cancer, and we choose lung cancer mainly because like lung cancer is one of the common cancer like patients inside China right now. It's not only in China, but also it's all around the globe. So that's why we are choosing this lung cancer to focus on. Yeah, that's basically the cancer and how we're gonna decide to target it. Yeah.
Okay, nice, awesome. Sounds very innovative.
Thank you.
Yeah, you're welcome. So what has your team been able to do as far as your research methodology? Because with the pandemic, did that put a halt on your studies at all?
Oh, well, actually it did first. So it appears that we are planning to enter the lab like around June, but due to the pandemic, it actually turns out that we have to get inside the lab right now. It's already August, so it's like 2 months later. So it doesn't have much time for us to continue our like experiment, but we're still planning to finish our cell stage, which is we're gonna create the magnetic protein and try to deliver into the cell to the cancer cell to see how it functions, how it develop and kill the cancer. And I'm right now actually inside the lab meeting room right now. So all of our team actually do have the opportunity to go inside the lab. Yeah, which is quite fortunate.
Right. So just to add a bit of more details in terms of how COVID has affected us. So I think it also has to deal with tech right now, so we're all very privileged and we're all very fortunate. So for the first 5 months into starting from the beginning of our project, we've been communicating through Zoom. Actually, we've been communicating through Tencent Meeting, which is an equivalent app in China. We've also been communicating through WeChat, and we've been having small group conferences each week, and maybe around 2 times a month, we have a group meeting together. And so for now, I haven't got to meet every single one in person yet, but we've seen each other's faces online. And right now, as you can probably tell, I'm not in my apartment. I'm in like a hotel room. And I was fortunate enough to have time to fly over here to Beijing, which is where our lab is. And I'm staying for a week with everyone who's here right now. So our lab just opened this week, and we've been privileged enough to have 5 slots available each day. So we're starting to build slowly in terms of our actual lab experiments, where prior to this month, actually, we've been focusing on our human practices parts and doing what we can online, using tools such as those brought by Molecular Cloud, really, and GenScript. And we've also had sponsors from SnapGene. And this is how we've managed to move on with our idea, really, and start to build up with our project. So we're really thankful for this platform as well. And we're all thankful for the opportunities that the iGEM competition brings and all the new equipment we've discovered. They're all recently new, and we've had lots of fun. We had lots of fun to try them as well. So awesome. COVID opening new windows right there.
Great. That's, that's
the bright side.
Really awesome. Wendy, did you want to add as well?
Hello, can you hear me?
Yes.
Well, I think compared to those teams in America, we have like relatively little effects in China. So, well, basically it's just like Angela covered it all, and also Lucas did. So I don't have anything to add.
Okay. Great. So I know you mentioned that lung cancer is very prevalent in China and around the world, and you found that the magnetic protein crystals were effective in other studies. Are there any other challenges in your research project that have been eased by collaborating together?
Okay, so one of the challenges actually that the finding of magnetic protein is not very prevalent right now. It's not that common. It's like we didn't got that a lot of information. So all we have right now is like we know how to synthesize it, and we know how to make it. We got the materials, and we're trying to figure out how to make it. But unless the other information, we have to like discover it on our own. Like we don't know how much heat it can gain, like how much cancer, how deep cancer, how much cancer it can kill, how high the temperature it can get. So I think that's one of the challenges that we are currently having. So yeah, so we need more experiment time to focus on that, like discovery how the temperature works. It's not gonna kill the cancer, so yeah. So that's the challenge. And as for the other one is that we got lots of people inside our like experiment team. Like we're only just 5 out of 20 in our group. Yeah. So we actually really want everyone to participate inside the lab. So we are actually doing in a row right now, like 5 people per week. Like 5 people got into the lab. They do things in a week, and another 5 people get into the lab. So we are actually moving quite slowly every day. So we might want to optimize our time, like to make it more efficient. Yeah. So that's gonna be the other problem we are having. Yeah. So mainly just we didn't know much about magnetic protein. Another thing is that we need to be more efficient. Yeah, that's all.
Yeah, and that's also why we're so grateful for all the sponsorships we could get, because like Lucas said at the beginning of this meeting, really this is trial and error we're doing over here, and there's obviously many difficulties we have to face in the lab space that we've got. And one of the major obstacles that we have to find a way to overcome, and we're still trying very hard, is to have enough. Yeah, exactly. See, Lucas knows what I'm talking about.
I know.
Is to be able to have really the lab equipment that we need, because also with this new lab that we've came into, the lab that we've been allowed to come into, we're also building up with the equipment we need. So with the sponsorship that we got, we're working on to getting NanoDrop, which is a machine that looks at our results that we get from our PCR experiments to see if they work.
Awesome. Thanks for sharing that with me, guys.
Oh, thank you too. Thank you about the time.
One last question. Where do you see, I know you guys mentioned has a lot to do with the equipment that you have and the time to run the experiments. How would you see this project moving forward for application, like for further development? For developing this further, for example, if you expanded upon this project, where do you see it going in the future?
I think for iGEM, we only have time to do cell experiments, but if we were to commercialize into the future and put it onto the market, there would be a lot of work required, especially after talking to a lot of professors and doctors in the medical field and the science academia. They told us about some problems in our project. For example, like whether or not the magnetic protein crystals would actually work. As Lucas mentioned earlier, Professor Xie Can, he actually recommended another kind of
magnet protein
substance that can react to magnetic fields. It's called magnetosome, and he said that would work better, but our plan was to actually work on the magnetic protein crystal, so we're kind of running two paths at the same time to see which one works out better. Yeah.
Okay.
So like there's actually tons of work for us to do. And actually for a bit more of a commercial thing, actually we have also been asking whether we investigated doctors to see whether they will like take our treatment, like if it really became a pill. And we've been also trying to ask some like cancer doctor who are like treating inside hospital to let us to visit some of his patients to see whether that's feasible, to ask whether if that drug is right there at the time when he got the cancer or he chose to use it or not. So yeah, we are trying to do that right now, but probably many patients like going through the these traditional treatment, which is mainly chemical like surgery, they might not really willing to. So yet for now there ain't a patient really willing to come for us. Yeah.
In addition to that, for human practices, we're also trying to reach out to some cancer patients to see whether they would actually want to use this drug in the future if it were to be on the market. But obviously, we have to be really cautious about how we approach this issue because we don't want to violate any of the rules, because cancer and experiencing this disease firsthand is obviously a really sensitive issue. So we want their doctors to be on the side just to like see if anything happens. Yeah, that's
right. So yeah, right. So looking at the big picture, we're really going like small, steady steps at a time, and we're starting with iGEM and with the platform we've been provided. We're starting like the preparation stages of the preparation stages. That's what we're calling it right now.
Yes, definitely.
Really, it's the beginning, and we're trying something new, and we're using our creativity and our innovative abilities to try to make something better for our community, our local communities, and communities that are bigger around the globe. So we've really been able to, take the step further with our hypothesis and with our plan. And I think our HP group recently finished 2 interviews online with 2 investors, one from Beijing and the other is from Shenzhen, which is from where I live in China, which is really close to Hong Kong. And we're we've also explained our project and our vision really of how this entire thing will turn out if everything goes smoothly and goes as we've anticipated it to do. And really, so with the situation that we are in right now, we're taking many different paths to explore all the potential ways that we have to deal with it. And we're really trying to make it as whole as possible. We're trying to make our project as whole as possible. Yeah. So that's the big picture.
Awesome. That's really great that you guys have looked into what commercialization would look like, and even getting the perspective from doctors and what it might look like for cancer patients. That's really awesome. And, you know, the fact that, you know, you do have investors interested, that's really great too.
Thank you.
Very great.
Great. We actually really appreciate the platform that the Molecular Cloud has provided us. So we're really thankful.
Yeah, no problem. We're happy to have you guys. Thank you for participating, and congratulations on winning the June sponsorship.
Thank you.
Thank you so much.
No problem. Thank you for meeting with me today.
No problem. Thank you for having us here.
Okay. Take care, everyone. Good luck.
Okay. Bye.
Bye-bye.
Thank you. Have a nice day.
You too. Bye-bye.
Bye.